Alright, we are back with another episode of weekly vegan meals, showing off our grocery haul and how we accomplish our weekly meals, because we have a very diverse, healthy diet that doesn't involve tofu, fake meats, processed foods, or salads. And as a vegan, you might know that that is relatively difficult to achieve if you don't have the tools in front of you of how to do it. So that's what we're doing. And our first meal is called Étouffée, which... Étouffée. Alright, this is the Étouffée. You know you're fancy if you can't pronounce what you're eating. It's a southern dish, Louisiana-style, Cajun kind of thing. Got portobello mushrooms, kidney beans, peppers. Got some rice, obviously. Jackfruit in here. Goodness. Woo! I don't even know what that is, but luckily Chrissy does, and she's going to go ahead and explain to us how we accomplish it.
So, this is a Cajun-style dish from New Orleans. Typically made with some bullshit like chicken and seafood.
Boo!
Yeah, lame. But we're instead making it with portobello mushrooms, jackfruit. And
jackfruit? Oh yeah, that's how I'd be so jacked.
And kidney beans. So this one starts off, first of all, it's an Instant Pot recipe. It starts off making a roux with flour and
so it's similar to our gumbo.
Yes.
With the roux.
Except the gumbo, you add the roux last. This one, I believe, you start off with the roux and then you throw all the other ingredients in there.
Oh, okay.
Yep, and then we'll have assortment of chopped veggies, like some celery, bell pepper, onion, garlic, some crushed tomatoes, and we'll top it off with some lemon juice, and we'll probably serve this over top of some rice.
Awesome. I'm definitely excited for the Cajun style. I do love that. But I'm easy to please. I love a lot of different variety of foods, and we certainly do a wide variety of foods, as you will see in this video today. And if it's your first time seeing a video, you can go back in our history and scroll through about 20-some other videos where we give you 4 to 7 recipes. I mean, that's just so many recipes for you to choose from. You don't even have to do the work of figuring out, oh, I don't know what I want tonight. Choose one. She mentioned this is Instant Pot. We do Instant Pot 2 to 3 times a week because we're extremely busy. So those 2 to 3 days, it's like a little bit more hectic than usual for us. So, relating to you, if you have a busy schedule, you can do Instant Pot every day, and you can have leftovers and eat, 2 or 3 meals throughout the week. Pretty simple. That's something that we recommend to start with, is our Instant Pot recipes. And then when you get a little bit more into cooking, or if you already are into cooking, you can go ahead and do those home-cooked pan meals. Alright, we will see you momentarily for meal number 2. Yeah, we'll see you then. Meal number 2, we have walnut and black bean taquitos, which I am ecstatic about because it's a nostalgic food that I had growing up in a white trash household. Alright, we got the homemade taquitos. Sometimes you gotta go, white trash style in the healthy way, though. You gotta have the comfort food. Homemade cashew cheese. And then we got black beans, walnuts, carrots, and onions, and garlic as actual meat, because we don't eat the fake meat, or tofu, or processed foods, bitch. Yeah! What you gotta say about that? Yep, over some cilantro rice. Lovely! Some freezer taquitos. Who doesn't love those? But we take the comfort foods and make it in the healthiest way possible, and Chrissy's going to explain to us how we're going to do so. So, how do we accomplish it?
Okay.
How do we do it?
So, we start off by sauteing red onion and garlic, and then we're going to throw in some chopped walnuts. Chopped or pulverized, however we feel like doing it. And then we'll throw in black beans, some shredded carrots, a bunch of different spices, and we'll cook that all down until it has this kind of meaty texture. Okay,
so that's kind of like our fake meat there.
Yep.
Once again, fake meat. We don't do fake meats, but we make our own fake meat.
Exactly.
Correct. All right, now
and we'll roll them up in our little corn tortillas, and depending on how I'm feeling and what our time situation looks like, we will either pan fry them or we'll bake them. Just kind of depends.
I see.
Yeah. And we'll serve it up with a cashew cheese and then some Mexican rice.
Awesome. Well, I'm excited for this one, but I'm also excited for pretty much every meal that we have, so yeah, it is what it is. But you've already seen the presentation. We will see you momentarily for our third meal. Ooh, ooh, meal number 3. This is another Instant Pot recipe. I already know because I know our schedule. This is a Tuesday meal for us, and that means Instant Pot time because we are hitting it hard on Tuesdays. This is, woo, another certified banger, lentil walnut gyros in the Instant Pot. I got this massive gyro, the tzatziki sauce spilling out, but it's got lentils and walnut kind of meat base. Onions, all that craziness. Tastes good as fuck. We have done this before. We might have even done this in the past on the channel before, but you would have to scroll pretty far back because we don't repeat meals that often because we have a wide variety. So how do we accomplish this one?
Yeah, I was thinking it's been a really long time
since
we made this one, and it's so good, so I figured.
It's a certified banger. Anytime we repeat a recipe, certified banger.
Okay, so you don't see walnuts here. You saw them in the last video.
Yep.
We'll be reusing some for this one. We'll start off in the Instant Pot, sauteing our onion and our garlic, and then we're gonna throw in the chopped walnuts, our brown lentils, some vegetable broth, which is homemade, and some diced fire-roasted tomatoes. And then on the side, we're going to make a tzatziki sauce made with cashews, shredded cucumber, lemon juice, garlic, some dill, and then because I was feeling spicy this week, we got some gyro-style wraps.
Yep.
Wrap it up in.
We'll typically have like a gyro bowl. Because I've said this a million times in the channel, but I'll keep saying it, is I eat like a dog, baby. So I just like it in the bowl and I just scoop it down. But we'll probably have our first one gyro style, and then we'll go ahead and just finish out the calories in the bowl because I eat like 30 servings. That's why we don't have many leftovers. Yeah. But that's besides the point. That's only if you want to get jacked. You gotta eat big, boy. So, yeah, this is definitely a good one. Love it, love it, love it. Gyro is another classic in my life. I just remember going to the gyro shop, shaving that, the meat off of that spinning, But these are much tastier, much healthier.
Yeah.
No death in this meal. All life. So we will see you momentarily for meal number 4. Meal number 4 is Thai Kabocha squash curry. Alright, this is Thai Kabocha squash curry. Got some Kabocha squash blended up for the sauce. A little bit of curry over some rice. Chickpeas, of course. Come on. High protein as usual. Smells delicious. We love curry. Who doesn't? And I'm assuming this is a Kabocha squash?
Correct.
Just a different type of squash?
Yes. It's a Japanese type of squash.
We love squash, especially in squash season.
Yes.
We like to get the seasonal veggies when we can, or fruits, or whatever the case may be. And this is just the case. It's starting to become fall time, my favorite time of the year. Personally, and at Chrissy's, I just like it because it's nice, cool, you're not leaving the house sweating, and it is the best dressing weather. Okay, that's besides the point though. How do we accomplish our Thai Kabocha squash curry?
I don't think
I've ever had this. I know I haven't. Yeah.
Squash.
This is like exotic.
It'll be a new experience for us. Apparently the inside of it is like this deep, beautiful orangish color, even though the outside is green. But we're gonna find out whatever we cut into it. So we start off by roasting our squash in the oven, and then on the stovetop we're gonna saute our vegetables, onion, garlic, jalapeno, some carrots in here, which we saw elsewhere. And we're gonna throw in chickpeas, some light coconut milk, red curry paste, maple syrup, a few other ingredients that we've got in the fridge. We're gonna top it off with some cilantro, lime juice, over top of some rice. Sure to be a banger. Yeah. I can't see it going wrong, honestly. Can't go wrong with curry.
Certainly can't go wrong with curry. Certainly can't go wrong with squash. Some of my favorite things, honestly. I'm excited for this one. It's always exciting when you get to try new things. This is another reason we're making these videos, is to show that you can have such a crazy wide variety of stuff that you've never had before. Yep. People like to pretend like being vegan is super restricted and that you don't get to eat a lot of stuff. No, you actually eat more of a variety because you're more willing to experiment with things. So, I don't know. That's how we see it. Maybe we're just kooky. We're probably kooky. But that's okay.
Yeah.
We will see you momentarily for meal number 5. This is another fall banger.
Oh, yeah.
So, holding tight. Meal number 5, I promised a fall banger, and we will not disappoint you. We've had this before, but it has not been on the channel because it was last year.
Yep.
This is pumpkin lasagna soup. All right, we got some pumpkin lasagna soup with some cashew ricotta on top. It's got lasagna noodles, of course, pumpkin, obviously, some carrots, tomato sauce, chickpeas, all type of fun in here. The fall is not only my favorite season for the drip, but also for the food. Woo! We're having some pumpkin lasagna soup. This is an instant pot meal, making it that much easier for you guys to make it. So this is one of those ones you should put to the top of your list of, I'm going to make this meal this week, because it does not disappoint. Let's hear how we accomplish it.
Okay, so this one is super simple to make. One extra component that we are going to make with this is going to be a cashew ricotta. I think the actual recipe calls for a tofu-based ricotta, but like we said, we don't really do tofu, so we're going to make it out of cashews, which is going to be blended up cashews, water, lemon juice, garlic. I think that's about it. And then in the Instant Pot, we're going to fry up our onion, some more garlic, some carrots, which we've already seen, and then we're going to throw in our pumpkin puree, coconut milk, some tomato sauce, chickpeas, and a few sheets of lasagna, and then some fresh herbs for a little bit of spice.
Awesome. Definitely a lovely dish here. It's super tasty. And just to mention, you know, we do have the canned puree here today, but in the past we've cooked with pumpkin and did the work of actually taking the pumpkin apart and doing all that, but this week, you know, you don't always have to do all the work. Sometimes you can make it a little bit easier on yourself and just get the canned version, so.
Yeah, sometimes I like to do this recipe the same week that we make pumpkin pie, because then sometimes I'll have leftover pumpkin puree from the pumpkin pie, which I make my own pumpkin puree for the pie.
Yep.
So sometimes it's nice to throw in there, but I had a craving for this one because it's so delicious. Yes. And it's pumpkin season, so we're making it now.
Yep, it's that time. All right, and we'll probably do pumpkin pie sometime this year as well.
We will.
And yeah, we'll bring you that as well. Like I said, we're going to try to kind of diversify our videos and make different versions of things and show you guys the snacks and the treats. And yeah, we're getting it figured out. Juno's here along to tag on the road with us. And yeah, so that's meal number 5. We will see you momentarily for meal number 6. Juno's excited, isn't she? She is! We'll see you in a second.
Bye, Gigi.
Alrighty, our 6th and final meal is a certified banger, alright, which means that we have had this in the past and we love it. It's lentils shepherd pie. So shepherd's pie, the mashed potatoes on top, lentils, mushrooms, carrots, peas, onions, garlic, all type of fun. Ooh. And Chrissy will go ahead and explain to us how we accomplish it.
Okay. So,
let's hear it.
You don't see the lentils here. We already showed you guys
we did.
those. We're going to be using them throughout the week. So this recipe, we're going to have kind of 2 separate things going on, because a shepherd's pie, it's got this kind of like stew on the bottom and then mashed potatoes on the top.
Yep.
So we'll start off by cooking our potatoes while we work on the lentil filling. So we'll cook the lentils, we'll chop up our veggies, which is going to be onion, carrots, celery, which we've already seen, some mushrooms, some peas, which are frozen, they're in our freezer, and some vegetable broth and spices. We're going to cook all of that up, and then once the potatoes are done cooking, we're going to mash them up with some coconut milk to make it extra rich and creamy. And then you're going to scoop the stew into your casserole dish, throw the potatoes on top, stick that bad boy in the oven, and
you have a lovely meal.
Yeah, bound to turn out delicious. And yeah, I figured this one, we're going to make it at the end of the week because a lot of the times we have leftovers.
Yep, and then on that 7th day, which you notice we usually give you about 6 recipes, because that 7th day is a free day, whether we have a pantry meal where all of our leftovers, we figure something out with it, or we have leftovers, or we go out to eat. We are also human beings, right? We like to go out to eat sometimes as well. So don't think that we're against going out and having meals out, or that we don't have processed foods, or that we don't eat tofu or fake meats, etc. We certainly will. It's just that we try for our meals to be predominantly whole food based and healthy. That way we can have a little bit of a cheat meal. And also, not to mention, it's not really a cheat meal for us because we get super satisfied with these meals throughout our week. It's super healthy, super tasty, filling, satisfying, delicious. I mean, it's lovely, to be fair. So, thank you for watching the video. We will send you off with a flex like we always do. Make sure to leave a like, a comment, and try some of these recipes out. Links are in the description. And if we have anything linked down there, a cookbook, etc., it is worth purchasing because we use them so often, and it's something that we highly recommend. All right?
There will be 2 linked.
Cool. Awesome. So we'll send you off with a flex, and then we will see you for the next video, all right? Ah, yeah! Ooh, this one you could be like, if you're vegan, baby.
Bring out the legs, do a leg flex.
All right, I'm gonna pull my pants down. Don't think the legs aren't jacked too, though. Woo! All right, we'll see you next time.